Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today thank you for tuning into my TED Talk. For today, I will be sharing to you my experiences and past experiences, stories, and all my realizations about chef's passion and creativity. But first, let me ask you, for you, what is your passion? What is passion all about? Well, for me, passion is something that you want to do for the rest of your life. Passionate, what excites you in the morning, it gets you up, it wakes you, it boosts that adrenaline in everyday lives, and it gives you a hope to wake up every day and do the things you love. Passion is something that you cannot replace with anything in this world. Passion is something that you cannot explain, something that you cannot trade for anything in this world. It is this thing that you do every day that keeps you alive, and it wakes you up in the morning. It gets you up. It preps you. It motivates you to fight throughout the day. For personally, I have my own passion, which is cooking, and being passionate about something has its ups and downs, and a lot of people might drag you down or um, discourage you from the things that you want to pursue in the future. An example for this is those people who don't believe in your talents, or those people who say that you cannot go there because um, you're not fit in there, it's not practical. And for me, being a chef, a lot of people say that it's expensive, it's too much work, it takes up too much of your time, and it's not practical, especially now in this pandemic that we're having, that a lot of people are working on corporate companies to do their jobs, and they are paid in high salaries, and they say that being a chef doesn't have that kind of high salary that we all need to survive for our lives. My take on this is that whether you um, get high salaries, or whether you do the things you love with no pay, or with no salary, with no monetary exchange, or with um, that you don't expect something in return, is somewhat fulfilling, because you get to do the things you love, and you get to share to other people your talents. About being practical in being a chef, it is practical nowadays, because as you can see, a lot of people are turning into online selling, and a lot of people, or a lot of chefs, have their own restaurants which go online, and a lot of people buy through online, and um, it boosts your business now, because a lot of people are staying at their house, and a lot of people are buying foods that are delivered already and ready made, just to save time for their work from homes, or for their schools, online schools. And it's a privilege and also an advantage for chefs in the future, and chefs right now. That pandemic that we're facing right now can be turned into something that is really that can be really our advantage in taking this. A lot of people might ask me that, why do I love being a chef so much? I want to pursue that uh, certain um, strand, certain course, when in fact I'm more good at being a businesswoman, or I should take up business management. A lot of people also say that I could take political science, because I am good at politics and the economy of our Philippines, and I should also take up law. But my heart says that I want to be a chef. And for years that I've been growing up with influences and with a lot of people around me, it just proves to me that I want to be a chef one day, because a lot of people might say that that's too expensive. As I've said earlier, that's nothing compared to practical and high paying jobs that are in trend as of today. um, Being a chef isn't really an easy task, I know, but being a chef is also important in our economy right now, because they have been supplying us with foods. They have been creating new scents in our kitchen, because it helps us. They helps us to they teaches us to cook for our own, and it teaches us to do the things on our own. For example, if you don't know how to cook a certain food, they will just put it up on the YouTube channel and just teaches you how to do it, which is a good thing, because for right now we are all staying at our house. We have a lot of time in doing things in our house, and basically a lot of chefs are doing um, favors for us, because without chefs, or without um, people who love to cook, we can learn from them. We can cook our own, and we don't have delicious meals at our table to serve for our families. But with all this thing happening in our world, and right now pandemic going on, economies going down, and all things, what does makes me uh, cling in or hold on to my passion about being a chef? What was my inspiration? For me, my inspiration is my grandmother, because she always do things beyond expectations, or beyond imaginations, because whenever she's in the kitchen and I smell that delicious smell, that what she's cooking, may it be menudo or anything that comes out from the kitchen, it just makes me wonder, how does she do it, and what's happening in that kitchen that makes that incredible smell. For me, I've been conscious, and I've been curious about that thing that's happening, because when I was still a little kid, I wasn't allowed to go in there in the kitchen. I would go there and just sneak out and just look at her, what she's doing, my grandmother, and then she will just say, "Get out, you're annoying me to pieces." And I was a little disappointed, but also very it motivated me to go and be curious, or be more curious on how how does she do it, what does what's happening inside that kitchen that makes that incredible smell. So from that time on, I would ask her little by little questions that are related to cooking, and with that answers that I've been getting from her, I will search it up on the internet, or do a lot of things of research, and watch food channels, and food videos related. When I was still a kid, I will be watching that after I go to school at late afternoon. I will be sitting there. For normal children, they will be watching cartoons, Disney Channel and stuff. But for me, I was there sitting 4 o'clock in the late afternoon, right after I wake up from my afternoon nap, and I was just sitting there and just watching how Jamie Oliver does his work. And I was be like, oh my god, that's so good that that strawberry has its precise measurements and all this stuff. And I was wondering how to do that and how to manage to do things. And that's when I started to think about being a chef one day. um, Influences, videos, uh, people around me, they were my inspiration in taking up this culinary strand and being passionate on cooking and a lot more that is related to kitchen. Creativity is something that you don't see every day, but it's what you experience every day. When you're offered with simple ingredients yet very complex in taste or in textures, or it can go far beyond what we expect. You tend to be creative. You search in the internet for some recipes that related to this that I can do with this kind of ingredients, and some other people just do things to top up their game. Well, for me, I love to experiment in the kitchen and do the things my way. I would throw in some spaghetti pasta and just put some things on with seafoods and stuffs that wasn't made before, that I wasn't um, experienced in doing it, but I would just take risks and just do things creatively and inspired by in that moment. um, it's been hard to cope up with the pandemic because inflation rates, um, the food and other raw materials that are needed in the kitchen are the prices are going way up high the bar, and it becomes pricey. um, it's hard for a lot of people to cope up with this because other people had no jobs, but for me, um, it's an inspiration, or it's an opportunity for us to know and to experience and get up and make our maximum potential in doing this type of thing, and um, achieving in a sense of achievement can be something that a lot of people want to achieve in the future. What I'm saying is a little bit slurred or mix up feelings, but the bottom line is having a passion on something that a lot of people are discouraging you about is something more powerful than having a skills that a lot of people can work on or um, can benefit on. Having a passion on something unusual is hard because you will be getting hard to fit in and be confused on what the world wants to see to you. But being passionate on something that is not um, a lot of work, for example, being a chef, is something incredible, and it's something way, way more amazing than anything else in this world. As what Winfrey said, Oprah Winfrey said that passion is something that you will weigh more beyond. It gets you up in the morning and it inspires you throughout the day. If you're not passionate about something, then maybe you're just wasting your time. Passion is something that you find your purpose on, and if you haven't find your purpose, do what you're passionate about. Then it will lead you to what you're passionate about. Being a chef isn't a lot of work, but it takes a lot of skills and it takes a lot of heart, and it takes a lot of passion to do what is right. That's all. Thank you very much.